See, have you ever found yourself lying awake in the middle of the night, your mind racing, wondering why sleep seems to slip away? Have you ever noticed that this tends to happen during those mysterious early hours, from around 3 o'clock to 5 a.m., and found it almost impossible to drift back to sleep? This might not be mere insomnia. Some say that waking up at these times could be a sign, something far beyond the ordinary, indicating that you're among those spiritually chosen. If you're intrigued by the idea that these hours hold something special for you, join us on this fascinating journey to uncover the spiritual significance behind waking up between 3 o'clock and 5 a.m. GNH. This video will guide you through the reasons why some believe that divine forces are stirring you awake at these sacred hours, encouraging you to see these moments not as an inconvenience, but as a golden opportunity to grow and connect spiritually. By watching until the end, you'll understand why this sacred window of time might be the universe's way of reaching out to you. I'll also share steps to make the most of these early hours, allowing you to deepen your connection with the divine and with your own inner self. For those of you joining us for the first time, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button and become a part of our community. Together, we'll explore spiritual mysteries and how they can enrich your life, making it more blessed and fulfilling. So, why are you waking up between 3 o'clock and 5 a.m.? It may not be a coincidence. While it might feel like insomnia, it could be something deeper at work, a spiritual calling. Some believe that this is God or the universe trying to reach out to you, urging you to listen rather than dismiss it as mere restlessness. Many spiritual traditions suggest that the night is divided into watches or watches of the night, with each watch holding unique spiritual energies and meanings. This ancient idea divides the night into several parts, commonly known as watches, and the time between 3 o'clock and 5 a.m. is often associated with spiritual awakening and communion. In ancient times, the night was commonly divided into 3 or more segments or watches. The first watch began around dusk, the second covered midnight hours, and the third watch started just before dawn. This division wasn't arbitrary, but was based on natural patterns and even spiritual significance. The period between 3 o'clock and 5 a.m. aligns with the last watch of the night, a time when the world is hushed, and the energies of both nature and spirituality are thought to be particularly potent. Here are some potential reasons why you might be waking up during this powerful time window. A spiritual invitation. In many spiritual beliefs, 3 o'clock to 5 a.m. is considered a sacred time. It is the hour when spiritual forces are believed to be more active, and when those with heightened sensitivity may feel a calling. Perhaps it's a gentle nudge for you to pause and reflect, to turn inward and listen to the deeper whispers of your soul. A time of renewal. Waking during these hours may signify a need for personal transformation. As the new day approaches, this time is often seen as a bridge from darkness to light, symbolizing new beginnings. Maybe this is an invitation for you to release past burdens, to find forgiveness, or to seek renewal. A moment for meditation or prayer. If you're awake during this time, consider it an opportunity to engage in meditation or prayer. Many people report feeling a profound sense of peace and clarity when they meditate or pray at these hours, a time when the mind is naturally quieter and more receptive to divine guidance. A time of creative inspiration. Some say that between 3 o'clock and 5 a.m., inspiration flows more freely. Writers, artists, and thinkers have reported having their best ideas during this window. A call to healing. For those dealing with emotional or physical pain, these hours may offer a chance for healing. Being awake at this time could be a way for your body and spirit to signal that it's time to let go of what's been holding you back. Use these moments to practice self-compassion and healing, making the most of this time. If you find yourself awake between 3 o'clock and 5 a.m., rather than resisting it, embrace the quiet and lean into the peace of the early morning. Consider these practices to make the most of these sacred hours. Listen in silence. Instead of reaching for your phone or getting frustrated about lost sleep, close your eyes and tune into your breath. Allow your mind to settle and listen closely to any thoughts or feelings that emerge. Reflect on gratitude. This is a wonderful time to count your blessings. Start each day by acknowledging 3 things you're grateful for. Ask for guidance. In many spiritual traditions, this is the time to seek clarity. If you're facing a challenge or a big decision, use these hours to quietly ask for guidance, letting go of anxieties and trusting in a higher wisdom. Journal your thoughts. Keep a notebook by your bed and jot down any thoughts, feelings, or insights that come up. You might uncover deeper truths about yourself and find answers to questions you've been grappling with. Remember, this waking pattern is more than just a disruption to your sleep. It's an invitation to explore a deeper connection with the universe, with God, or with your own inner self. Embrace these moments and let them guide you toward growth and spiritual insight. Whether you believe this phenomenon has divine roots or not, the early morning hours offer a chance to reflect and connect in a world that often feels too busy to allow such quiet moments. So the next time you find yourself stirring awake between 3 o'clock and 5 a.m., try not to stress. Instead, take a deep breath, relax, and open yourself up to whatever message or feeling might be waiting for you. You may just find that these moments are a gift, a path leading you toward a richer, more meaningful life. And if you're interested in more insights and spiritual journeys like this, consider subscribing to our channel. Together, we'll explore more hidden mysteries of the soul, adding richness and meaning to each of our lives. Thank you for being here, and may these early morning awakenings bring you closer to the blessings awaiting you. In ancient Jewish tradition, the night was divided into 4 watches, each lasting about 3 hours. This division served not only as a practical way to mark the hours, but also carried deep spiritual significance. The first watch began at sunset and continued until around 9 p.m., the second watch from 9 p.m. until midnight, the third from midnight until 3 a.m., and the fourth and final watch from 3 a.m. to sunrise. This final watch, known as the fourth watch, has held special importance throughout history, especially in spiritual contexts. It is a time associated with profound prayer, reflection, and often encounters with the divine. In ancient Jewish tradition, the night was divided into 4 watches, each lasting about 3 hours. This division served not only as a practical way to mark the hours, but also carried deep spiritual significance. The first watch began at sunset and continued until around 9 p.m., the second watch from 9 p.m. until midnight, the third from midnight until 3 a.m., and the fourth and final watch from 3 a.m. to sunrise. This final watch, known as the fourth watch, has held special importance throughout history, especially in spiritual contexts. It is a time associated with profound prayer, reflection, and often encounters with the divine. The significance of these night watches is even acknowledged in the New Testament. Jesus himself spoke of the importance of being alert and watchful during these hours. In a passage, he mentioned that if a master returns in the second or third watch and finds his servants awake, they are blessed. This implies the value of being spiritually vigilant and prepared, particularly during the night watches. Jesus also instructed his disciples, saying, "Therefore keep watch, because you do not know when the owner of the house will come back, whether in the evening, or at midnight, or when the rooster crows, or at dawn." Here, he metaphorically used the 4 watches to emphasize readiness and awareness in one's spiritual journey. In this framework, the fourth watch, from 3 o'clock to 5 a.m., holds a special place. This is the hour closest to dawn, a time when the night gradually fades, making way for the new day. Known for being a period of heightened spiritual activity, this last watch is believed to be the most sacred, suitable for deep prayer and reflection. It is during these hours that God's blessings and guidance are said to be especially accessible to those who seek them. The fourth watch is, in a way, a bridge between darkness and light, a time when the world is at its quietest and spiritual energies are at their strongest. This is the ideal moment to find peace, to let go of worries, and to open yourself to divine messages and blessings. It's a time for inner stillness and deep contemplation, a sacred space where God may reveal His love, strength, and plans for those who are spiritually sensitive and receptive. Biblical significance of the fourth watch. The Bible is filled with stories that take place during this fourth watch, underscoring its spiritual importance. One powerful example is the story of Jacob's encounter with an angel in Genesis 32:25-28. Jacob wrestled with the angel all night, and as dawn began to break, the angel asked to be released. Jacob, however, held on, saying, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." Moved by his determination, the angel blessed Jacob, renaming him Israel, a name that would carry the promise of an entire nation. This transformative encounter happened during the fourth watch, highlighting the watch's role, a time for profound change, blessing, and the birth of new identities or missions. Jacob's persistence and courage to seek a blessing, even as morning approached, symbolized the strength of faith and the possibility of divine transformation during this time. Another significant event recorded in the Gospels further illustrates the power of the fourth watch. In Mark 6:48, Jesus saw his disciples struggling against a strong wind as they rowed across the Sea of Galilee. It was during the fourth watch when Jesus walked on water toward them, coming to their aid. This moment demonstrates that even in the darkest hours, God is there, watching over and ready to help when we face difficulties. For the disciples, the fourth watch became a moment of revelation and awe as they witnessed Jesus' divine power over nature. These biblical narratives suggest that the fourth watch is not just another time in the day, but a divinely appointed period for guidance, protection, and the revelation of God's presence and strength. For believers, it is a time to be vigilant and open to spiritual encounters, as the sacredness of these hours may bring divine messages, guidance, and blessings that can impact one's life and even generations to come. Making the most of the fourth watch. If you find yourself awake between 3 o'clock and 5 a.m., rather than attempting to force yourself back to sleep, consider embracing this time for spiritual growth. Here are some practices that can help you make the most of this sacred period. Quiet prayer and reflection. Take this time to calm your mind and connect with God in prayer. The quietness of the early morning allows for a deeper, more focused dialogue with the divine. This is an opportunity to pour out your thoughts, worries, and gratitude, and to ask for guidance and strength. Contemplation and gratitude. Use this hour to reflect on the blessings in your life and express gratitude. Gratitude opens the heart and creates a receptive state of mind. Take a moment to acknowledge the good in your life, which can increase your capacity to receive divine blessings and insights. Seek divine direction. The fourth watch is a powerful time to seek answers to pressing questions or challenges. Ask for wisdom and guidance about important decisions or struggles you're facing, trusting that you will receive insight in God's time. Reflect on your life's direction and seek clarity in your purpose or calling. Journaling spiritual impressions. Keep a journal by your bed and jot down any thoughts, impressions, or insights you receive. You may find that in these early hours, ideas flow more freely, and moments of inspiration are more vivid. This practice can help you capture spiritual insights and help with personal growth over time. Meditative silence. Sometimes, words aren't necessary. Simply sitting in silence, breathing deeply, and allowing yourself to rest in God's presence can be profoundly peaceful. Meditation and silence allow you to tune into divine presence and feel God's love and comfort. These practices not only help you connect with God, but also foster inner peace and clarity, making the early hours between 3 o'clock and 5 a.m. a precious time for personal and spiritual development, a sacred opportunity The fourth watch, often considered the darkest and quietest part of the night, holds immense spiritual potential. It's a unique time to pause, listen, and embrace a connection with the divine that can lead to transformative changes in your life. Whether you feel a calling to pray, to seek guidance, or simply to rest in silence, allow this time to be a sacred space for growth. So, the next time you find yourself awake during these hours, take a moment to reflect on the deeper significance of this time. Rather than viewing it as a sleep disruption, consider it an invitation to connect more deeply with your faith. The fourth watch may hold insights, blessings, and a sense of peace that can carry you through challenges, enriching your life and your relationship with God. Let this period be a time of quiet strength and openness, for it may be through these sacred hours that your path becomes clearer and your spirit finds renewal. May these moments bring you closer to the divine presence, enriching your journey and blessing you with peace, wisdom, and guidance. God wants you to make the most of this sacred time between 3 o'clock and 5 a.m., for He is preparing to bring great blessings into your life. Here are 3 important actions God calls you to take when you awaken during these hours. 1. Pray sincerely against negativity and evil. The first and most essential step is to pray from the heart, resisting any negativity or evil that may be at work. During the fourth watch, it is believed that both God and the forces of darkness are active. Just as God uses this time to reach out and bless His people, the enemy Satan and his forces may try to distort or obstruct the good things that God intends for you. The early hours of 3 o'clock to 5 a.m., sometimes referred to as the hour of darkness or the devil's hour, are considered a period when negative spiritual forces are heightened. The Bible acknowledges the importance of being vigilant during this time. Jesus Himself cautions about this in the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 25, explaining that while everyone was sleeping, His enemy came and sowed weeds among the wheat, and went away. God wakes you during these hours to keep you alert, protecting your territory and blessings from negative interference. Remember, your weapon in this spiritual battle is not physical strength, but spiritual power. This power, harnessed through sincere midnight prayer, can break down barriers and overcome any difficulty. God calls you to stand guard not only for yourself, but also for your loved ones. As it says in Ezekiel 33-6, if the watchman sees the sword coming and does not blow the trumpet to warn the people, and the sword comes and takes someone's life, I will hold the watchmen accountable for their blood. If you feel consistently nudged awake during this fourth watch, take it as a call to action. Embrace this role as a spiritual protector, especially for those closest to you, knowing that their well-being may also rely on your prayers. Engage actively in spiritual warfare. Another purpose of waking at this time is to actively combat any spiritual attacks or obstacles in your life. Satan often seeks to block or destroy the blessings that God has prepared for you, typically when you are most vulnerable, such as while you sleep. By staying vigilant and prayerful during these hours, you are arming yourself against any interference that might hinder God's plans for you. God reminds you that your prayers, especially during this time, are a powerful weapon against the enemy. Rather than viewing these interruptions in sleep as inconvenient, see them as invitations to participate in God's spiritual battle for your life. As you pray, you align yourself with God's purpose, fighting back against anything that may try to derail the good He has destined for you. 3. Remember your dreams before awakening. Finally, take time to reflect on any dreams you may have had just before waking up. This is especially important, as God often uses dreams to communicate messages, instructions, or warnings. By recalling and examining these dreams, you can gain insight into specific things that God may want you to pray for or be aware of. Holding onto these dreams and praying over them helps ensure that you're aligned with God's intentions. Each dream can serve as a clue, helping you focus your prayers on what matters most and aligning your intentions with His. God wants you to pray with purpose, not only for protection, but also for guidance and insight into His will for your life. In addition to praying, nurture your spiritual self during these hours, allowing them to strengthen your relationship with God. Embrace this time as a gift, a period of profound spiritual connection and growth, so that the blessings and protection God intends for you can FL.